Hello and welcome to episode 59 of the BitSocket podcast. I am the long-lost Scott White.
And I am the newly found Joe Merrick.
Oh, that's quite religious, that.
It's actually, yeah.
See when you were on the beach, right? And
Yeah.
you're being carried on the beach.
I was, yeah.
And you look back and there was 15 different sets of footprints. How did that make you feel?
It made me feel a bit used.
So we took the whole of January off.
Yes, we did.
I don't think I actually planned to take the whole of January off, but it just worked out.
No, but we still managed to churn out a couple of videos. We've got a review of Yakuza 0 on our YouTube channel and a review of the Kingdom Hearts 2.8 HD collection, which is probably the strangest name for an HD collection that there's been. But
We also did a Yakuza 0 stream.
and we did a Yakuza 0 stream as well, and the Yakuza
me and
6
Joe.
stream as well. So yeah, no, we've been busy on the
Been
old
okay,
YouTube.
but it's difficult to get time to kind of do this. Hopefully we'll be able to get a bit more regular.
Yeah. But Scott's just had a baby. So.
I kicked the baby out.
Scott's had a baby, and I was ill for a couple of weeks, and also I fucking hurt my back. I couldn't go off the couch.
Also, fucking.
That's the reason that the Yakuza 0 video was a day later than I expected, because I literally couldn't get off the couch. I felt like an old man. It was so sore. Anyway, but I'm all recovered now.
Joe.
Yep.
Let's not talk about your aches and pains.
Lay it on me.
Let's talk about the games you've been playing.
Yes.
So, Joe, what games have you been playing?
Well,
I wonder.
unsurprisingly, I'm playing a lot of Yakuza 0. I'm assuming you have too.
Not as much as I'd like.
Have you finished it yet?
No.
Oh,
I'm still. I think I'm doing Majima's second chapter.
Oh, right,
So I'm
okay.
only into like chapter 4.
There's a lot of good stuff happens in his chapters, actually. He was. It's funny because, see, when you go back to playing Kiryu again after playing Majima, there's an initial disappointment. It's like, oh, I want to stay as Majima, but actually Kiryu's just as good. If you've not watched the video yet, we've done. I mean, I can't recommend Yakuza 0 enough. It's definitely the place to start with the series now.
Yeah, because we're getting a lot of people asking that.
Yeah, if you've not played Yakuza, any of the Yakuza games yet, play Yakuza 0. It's the perfect starting point. It looks amazing, it plays great, the plot's not too difficult to follow.
Yeah.
It's actually quite sort of pared back, the plot. There's not a huge amount of like...
But I think that's compared. Like, I think, for example, I loved 5, but the plot in 5 was just.
it was all over the
messy.
place. It was
yeah,
messy.
I think it's good to pull it back because Yakuza 1, which will be coming out as Yakuza Kiwami this summer, is a really straightforward
really
plot.
well, I mean, there's a few twists and turns, but overall
quite straightforward.
You can pretty much... It's easy enough if you were to ask me right now to tell you the plot of Yakuza 1, I could do that.
Yeah.
Whereas if you were to ask me the plot of Yakuza 5, I would need to refer to the Wikipedia article.
Yeah,
for
exactly. Yeah, it's like, right, get comfy. So I think it's a great place to start.
Yeah.
The only thing will be, because a lot of people have been asking how to play it. I think Zero's great because it gives you that context, and you can play it without knowing who the characters are, the location, anything like that. And then I'd probably say just go straight into 3 until Kiwami
probably.
comes out.
Yeah, just go straight to 3 maybe.
Go to 3.
I don't know. I think 0 and 1 make such a good double feature though. What's your favourite side thing or mini game to do in it?
Oh, I mean, it's just cool. It's got Outrun. Like, I can play Space Harrier.
Yeah, it's got
I can play
Outrun, Space Harrier. You can unlock Hang On, which is pretty cool.
The dancing's really fun.
Yeah, the dancing's amazing.
The dancing's good. It's a game series that's just so full of good stuff.
Yeah.
Like a good melodramatic, strong story, but then just all the daft stuff. Like, have you done the living statue? Yeah. Just like having to you meet as Majima on a bridge. He meets a living statue, and like you meet him the first time, and it's just like, oh, that's amazing, you're a living statue. And then the next time you go past, he's got a wee crowd. And you've got to distract the crowd so the living statue can go have a shit. So you end up like singing, dancing, like doing all this stuff. And it's so funny. And it's just. Did you do the puzzle one as well?
The puzzle one, which
so there's a couple arguing
the crosswords.
Yeah, so you've got to help a couple to solve a crossword.
Yeah.
So this guy can propose to his girlfriend. It's daft. It's silly, but. It's so charming just to think that Majima is taking a break from like running this club to being like this he's got such a massive reputation, he's a fighter, he's fighting people in the streets, but he takes like a 10-minute break to help a woman figure out a puzzle. It's brilliant. Are you playing anything else?
Actually, yes. But apart from Kingdom Hearts, which me and Kim played together to do the review, I've also, because I'm stupidly excited for Breath of the Wild, I downloaded Ocarina of Time onto the Wii U Virtual Console.
Don't you already own it on the 3DS?
Yeah, but I wanted to play the...
And do you not own it in the Wii?
No, I don't. I own it on the GameCube. It's easier to turn on the Wii U. So yeah, I wanted to play the N64 one again.
Yeah.
Instead of the 3DS one. Which, I mean, I love the 3DS remake.
Yeah, you wanted to play an inferior version of the game. That's understandable.
I don't know.
On a dead console?
I still really love the N64 version.
Yeah.
I love it. But just playing it again, I just this morning got to the bit where I've got to Jabu Jabu's belly, the bit inside the wheel, which is probably my least favourite dungeon in the game. But
so you've turned it off and you're not going to play it again?
Yeah, but I still love it. It's just, I don't know, really. See, when I played the game at first, when it first came out and I first had it, I must have played that game from start to finish about 50 times. I'm not exaggerating. Like, I used to just, like, on a day when I had nothing to do, I'd just play Ocarina of Time from the start again. And so playing it again, even though I've played it so many times, it's still a great game, and it's cemented its position as my favourite Zelda game. So Breath of the Wild,
that's good.
I'm really looking forward to it, but it's got a lot to do if it's gonna
yeah, it's a well storied series.
What about you then? What you been playing?
Well, I've been playing Dragon Quest 8.
Oh yeah,
which came out.
I saw you wrote a wee article.
I did, which is on Waypoint.
Vice's
Vice's gaming thing, Waypoint, about how it's a good intro to the series. I love it. I think it's really good fun.
I was watching you play it over your shoulder earlier.
Yes,
that's great.
It's so full of
I can't
character.
go over how nice it looks for a 3DS game.
It looks brilliant.
I know there's a lot of really nice looking 3DS games, but it looks really good.
Yeah, no, I'm loving it. It's really a really good, straightforward combat system. So I think that's the most difficult part of convincing folk about JRPGs. Sometimes it's the basics, like how difficult's the combat system, how weird is the leveling up, and because remember, like, imagine you sat someone who'd never played a JRPG before in front of Final Fantasy XIII's leveling system, the big fucking flower,
the big crystal flower,
and you just put your points into the crystal flower. No. The Tales of series as well, like, although the combat is never too difficult, the names of all the combat systems in the Tales of series would just
but we did that in the last podcast.
Yeah.
The linear motion battle system.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, no, I'm alright, can I just get one where I hit a guy? So no, I'm loving that. I've put in, like, I played Dragon Quest 7 for about 40 hours, and then was kind of like, I ended up having to put it down to do other things, like, to have a baby and that. So far I've put 30 hours into Dragon Quest 8. I've been playing it on my commutes and stuff. That is such a great game, and if you're looking for like a fun JRPG, I'd highly recommend it, and it plays brilliantly on the 3DS. Also, I downloaded Fire Emblem.
Alright, the new one for the phone. I downloaded that as well, but I've not played it yet.
Do you want to hear my story?
Your story?
So I downloaded it, right, and I thought, oh, interesting, Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Okay, so 69 megabytes. Brilliant. Tiny. Downloaded it.
Yeah.
Then
the first thing you do.
Then first thing, it was like, oh, can you download some more? And I was like, okay, it's only another 80 megabytes, that's fine. And then watched the movie, did the first like 2 missions, and then it was like, oh, hey, excuse me, can I download another 300? And I deleted it straight away. Do you know why?
What?
Right. See the space? Do you see any of the free space in my phone? It's there for 2 things.
Bit socket.
No. The free space on my phone is for comics and anime. And I was like, what would I rather? Would I rather have a free-to-play Fire Emblem game that, let's be honest, I will stop playing, and I'll stop playing it soon, or anime to watch in the gym?
Yeah, big weeb.
So I made that decision.
Yeah. Well, I've not played it yet.
I just wish games were up front.
Yeah, no, I know.
I downloaded another game. What was that? It's Dandy Dungeon.
I've not played that.
A few folk have been talking big about that as well, and I was like, I again downloaded it, and the first thing it does is like, oh, hey, can I download some more? It's like, no, just tell me up front. Just don't be like,
I'm the same.
Hey, the game's 4 bytes.
Yeah,
amazing.
I remember when I downloaded Final Fantasy
2 gig later.
Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
And so I set it going, and I was like, that's going to take like a day. But I checked back about an hour later, and I was like, oh, it's finished.
Yeah.
I'll go and play it, and then all you could do is do like one endless fight in the courtyard until the actual full game downloaded. And
it's bullshit.
And at that point, I didn't know whether to turn the PlayStation off or not. I didn't know, is it going to keep downloading, or I don't know, so I just kept it on. I just left it on like, for hours, and every time the screen went dark, I was like, right, move the analog stick.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, don't be wrong, the game's probably fun, but yeah. Don't bullshit a bullshit.
Who's more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows him?
Right, let's have some features.
Let's have some features.
Do you fancy a feature first?
I fancy your feature first.
My feature first?
Yes.
Jinx. My feature this week's a bit lazy.
Right, isn't it?
But that happens sometimes.
You've had a whole month.
I've had a whole month. But I'll tell you for why in a minute, once we've done the feature.
Right, okay.
Sinister Bottom is a feature of that. No! It's a feature of that.
I like to...
Right, okay. But there's a reason.
Is it?
And I'll tell you for why in a minute.
Okay.
Sinister Bottom is a feature that I like to go to when...
It's because your baby's has a sinister bottom.
It's you that, well, I've seen some things. I've seen some things. It's a feature that I like to use because it takes me about 5 minutes to prepare, but it gives us, let's be honest, almost an infinite amount of...
And it's been trademarked as well, so nobody can nick it.
No one can, even though people have. Fair play.
Yeah.
Right, Joe.
Yep.
If you've never played Sinister Bottom before, Joe...
Yes.
The idea is, I've taken the name of... I was going to say famous games, but they're not.
Just games.
Just games. Run them through thesaurus.com,
Yeah.
and then you've got to guess what the original name was.
Right, okay.
Easy peasy.
I know.
That's your thing.
I can do that.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Number 1.
Hit me.
Scissor slash.
Scissor slash.
Scissor slash.
Slash cut, hit, slice.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, scissor. Knife slice.
Oh, he got it in one.
Is slice right?
No.
Slash. Gash.
No.
Watching a game.
Right. Come on.
I don't know. Tell me.
Snipper clips.
Snipper clips. Of course, the popular game for the Switch that hasn't been
It has been released yet.
released yet. I can only name games that I've played.
Yeah, okay, right. Because attention.
What?
Because attention.
Because attention.
Attention. Like, attention.
Because attention.
Yeah.
Because reason.
No. I can see your reasoning, though.
Because purpose.
Is there many games you can think of where the word is purpose?
I don't know. There's a lot of fucking weird anime
Okay.
games. Like
These are all pretty mainstream games.
because attention. Because attention.
Because attention.
Is it a new game? Is it like recent?
Yes, it's new. It's not out yet,
Ah.
but you've heard of it. We've discussed it before.
Oh fuck.
Discussed. That's I call it when we just chat normally a discussion.
Because attention.
Because attention.
I'm trying to think how many games are coming out soon, but all I can think of is Switch games, like 1-2 Switch and all that. But
It's definitely not 1-2 Switch.
yeah.
Are you giving up?
Yes. What is it?
Right. It's also the name of the game is also a line from the song Snake Eater.
Wait, I've got it.
Uh-huh.
I've got it. For Honor.
You're not getting it.
Ah! So For Honor.
Yes, it
Right,
was.
okay.
Because attention.
Because attention, very good. Honor, attention. I don't really get that
Hey.
at all. I can get because and for, but attention.
Hey, take it up with the good people at thesaurus.com.
I will do. Where are their offices?
Commonwealth feelings.
Commonwealth feelings.
This is easy. When you get feelings for the Commonwealth.
Well, I've got very strong feelings. Commonwealth feelings. Commonwealth would be Empire.
Mm-hmm. No, but you're on the right track.
Fuck it. I was like, I've got it. Kingdom. That's Kingdom, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I'm only going to give you one guess on the next word, though.
what was it? What was the name again?
Commonwealth feelings.
Commonwealth feelings.
People are shouting right now. Not right now as we record it, but in the future when they're listening to it. There's like 3 guys right now roaring.
All I think is Kingdom Come because it's like a thing. Like, is that not a...
So you equate feelings with orgasm?
I don't mean like... I mean C-O-M-E. You know. Is that not a name? Is that not like a phrase?
Are you going for Kingdom Come?
No, I'm not. It's clearly... Because you're laughing at me, it's not right.
When your love for country goes too far.
I don't know.
I love the flag. You giving up?
Yeah.
It's embarrassing how close you came. Kingdom Hearts.
I've just told about it earlier.
Kingdom Come. He'll do anything for Queen and country. Jesus.
Oh God.
That was the one I was like, you'll get that one. Okay, next. Regime soldiers.
Regime soldiers. Army? Something army?
No.
Fighters?
On the right track.
Yeah.
Regime soldiers.
Freedom Fighters? Freedom Fighters? Is that not a game? That's a game.
Mm-hmm, it is.
Yeah.
Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors.
Regime.
That's good. That's good. Dynasty Warriors. Yeah.
Okay, last one.
Yep.
So let's see if we can get a point.
Right.
Accoutrement. Would you like that one more time?
Go for it.
Accoutrement.
One word. Accoutrement.
Yep. One word.
Accoutrement. I don't even know what
I don't even know.
well, accoutrement. So, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Collection. No idea. Accoutrement.
Are you giving up that
Wait.
fast? Oh.
Arms?
Yes!
Yeah.
Correct, it is arms.
Yeah.
Wowee.
Is that like that'd be like another language rather than just a thesaurus then?
But it was in thesaurus.com.
Right, okay,
so,
there we go.
again, as you say, you have issues with thesaurus.com. I can't solve those issues.
I'll write to them.
It's a bit like if
I'm glad I got one right though.
it's a bit like if your bank card stopped working and you just started asking the folk in the shop to fix it. It's like they sympathise, but there's nothing they can do.
Yeah. That's good. I'm glad I got one.
There we go. So you got one, which is actually
Accoutrement.
the one that I wasn't sure you were going to get.
I'd like it if it was called Accoutrement, the actual game. Yeah.
Maybe it will be in France.
Nah, maybe.
You can, and the thing is, the game it's you can import games now from the Switch.
Yeah.
So you could buy Accoutrement, tell all your friends, "Oh, guys, you played this new game, Accoutrement." For it's just called Arms, mate. No.
Not me, no.
So there we go. So you got
J'ai mal à la tête.
you got one. Do you know what? I think after this, I might retire Sinister Bottom.
Oh no, I'll bring it back now and again.
I'm
Come
pretty
on,
sure
it's
I've
good.
done at least 2 of those games before.
Oh, come on. Come on. It's a popular.
Tell you what,
Come on, it's good for a time.
I won't do it for at least the next 3 podcasts.
That's a good.
But do you know why the reason it's not going to be at least in the next podcast, Joe?
Because next podcast is going to be a Choose Your Own Adventure special.
It is episode 60. It's going to be Turnabout for Tokyo Joe. That's right. So if you wonder what that is now, I could tell you the name of the episodes, but I can't remember. But if you listen to, what the fuck was it even called?
There was Tokyo Joe 2 was the last one.
Tokyo Joe 2. Listen to Tokyo
And
Joe 2.
the first one was a D&D misadventure.
So listen to a D&D misadventure, Tokyo Joe 2, and our last live show.
Yep.
Because we have a kind of mini episode.
And you'll get the story so far for my strange...
For how Joe's ended up how Joe's ended up escaping from a Japanese prison. And in episode 60, we will have the conclusion to the Tokyo Joe arc. So that's why this week's episode's podcast feature was a bit light.
Yeah, because you're too busy writing the next one.
Well, no, but I'm using that as an excuse.
Okay, well done. As you know, the feature that we're most known for and also most tired of isn't Sinister Bottom, is it canon? This is where me and Scott challenge each other on, well, what's right and what's wrong, what's true and what's false, what's the wheat and what's the chaff of long-running video game series. It started with Sonic, and I think we've done Sonic like 3 times now.
7 or 8 times, I think.
We're actually running out of things to do. We've done it like 50 times now. Yeah. Like, that's 50 video game series that we have done as it canon for.
What I like is the idea that it's the other things you've done like 50 times and you've been like, that's it.
I know. Yeah. Now think about it.
Think about it, to be honest. Yes.
So we're running a little low on things to talk about for As It Canon.
Yeah.
But video games have been going for a long time.
There's
a lot of video game series that we haven't touched upon.
That's right.
And you just have to dig below the surface, below your Zeldas, below your... I've not even done Zelda yet. There's one. Next time.
No, we have. No, I've done Zelda.
No, you've not. Have you?
Yeah, remember? Because I did there was some kind of I made up a Zelda comic. Yeah, so now we have done one.
Okay, well anyway, today we're doing...
Pong. Space War. Arkanoids.
We're doing one of my favourite Sega games.
Okay, let me guess.
One of my favourite Sega series. No, you can't guess because you know what it is. Because I accidentally told you that all night.
We were at dinner. I was like, I'm going to do. Is it canon? Space Channel 5. I'm not going to tell you.
Oh shit. Anyway, Space Channel 5.
Hey.
So Space Channel 5 is Sega's sort of rhythm action dancing game. It's set in a sort of weird 60s version of space.
Everyone knows what Space Channel 5 is.
Oh, everybody should know what Space Channel 5 is because I put it into the essential list. Remember that?
Everyone lives by that.
Remember that? Back in episode 3. Before we settled on a few features and just rotated them.
Why not?
Yeah. Anyway, so this is Space Channel 5, so I'm going to ask Scott 5 questions. Space Channel 5 questions.
There we go.
And Scott's going to tell me
That's my boy.
whether it's canon or not.
Okay. Canon.
The Morolians are a race of aliens that force the people of the galaxy to dance with their mind control rays, but they were actually being controlled by the chief of Space Channel 5. Is it canon?
Canon.
You're right.
Thank you.
You're right. That is the big major plot twist of Space Channel 5 one is that the aliens...
So you just spoiled the
aliens
Space
aren't so
Channel
bad. You don't play for the plot, really.
So, can I just... Quick sidebar, right?
What?
So
Sidebar?
So, you know how you're scared of aliens?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not... On the spectrum of scary aliens, Space Channel 5 isn't really...
But if they made you dance yourself to death...
Well, I mean, there's no death involved in Space Channel 5, though. It's all very happy. I'm not scared of them.
What would you say is your minimum scary alien? So you're not scared of those aliens, but what would the first alien be that you're like, oh, actually, no, that is a bit scary, but other people wouldn't find it as scary as you?
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, the alien... Well,
do you think
Close
ET 's
Encounters of the Third Kind is scary.
Okay.
To me.
Do you think E.T.'s scary?
Nah, E.T.'s just fucking weird. I don't like E.T. that much. I don't know.
Pervert?
The film's good, it's just I think E.T. himself could be a lot cuter.
So, would you say Close Encounters of the Third Kind is like, that's the...
Yeah, it's more the sort of idea that there are aliens there that can do what they want to me, if they wanted to. You know what I mean?
I think actually this is quite become actually like I've just peeled away a layer of the onion and actually
You know
there's
what I mean?
a lot more. I've realised there's so many more layers.
You know what I mean?
I thought that's how you usually get 3
it's
layers
like-
and I've peeled it. Oh shit! I'm scared of aliens who can do whatever they want to me. What? Like, Joe,
You know, like kidnap me or something, or I don't know, like
And?
control my mind or something, or they're there controlling the world.
it's probing, isn't it?
No, well, that's just a thing that anybody should be uncomfortable with.
That's just a thing they do.
I don't know. I've never seen. That's never been in any alien film. The idea of like them probing you, like
Well, it's quite common. Just
I don't know, but where did it come from?
it's just
Like,
one of those.
It's not actually in any films with aliens in them.
I think
can
it's
think
what
of.
people say when they're abducted.
Independence Day. They don't probe everybody. You know, they just kill everybody. Anyway, right. Can we go on with this?
Okay, right.
Okay. So, talking about the Space Channel 5 Chief Blank.
Right.
So, obviously, at the end of Space Channel 5, he's taken away from being the leader of Space Channel 5.
Yeah.
So, Chief Blank's replacement, Space Michael, that's Michael Jackson, enacts a policy of propaganda for the space government led by President Peace, broadcasting nothing but praise for the president's beautiful singing voice. Is it canon?
It's not canon.
It's not canon, but I wish it was, because President Peace does have a beautiful singing voice. President Peace, when you meet him in Space Channel 5 too, he's like, oh, thanks for arresting me, now I can sing my song. And then immediately, as soon as he starts singing, he gets kidnapped again. So right at the end, when you finish the game, he gets to sing his song.
Who kidnaps him? It's aliens.
I'm just going to make sure there's no questions. His name's Purge, the guy that kidnaps him. It's not an alien.
Right. Okay.
He doesn't probe him, nor does he purge him.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had to get probed, right? Would you tell anyone? So say you did get abducted by an alien. You leave my house today, right? You get abducted and you get probed. Would you tell me?
I don't know. Yes, of course I would. I totally have to. Like, that's a big thing. Aliens. What? I'd be like, I was right all along. I was right to be scared. And you'd be like, oh, okay.
Okay,
I better be careful.
Better watch out! All right, big man. I better watch my step. Big Joe's coming.
No, I mean, I better watch out for the aliens. Not for Joe.
And you confidence about him. A swaggering Joe.
It's not been the same. He's not been the same since that time he get probed. Right.
Oh my god, right, okay.
That's only 2 questions with them. Right, question 3.
Right.
Jaguar, leader of the Space Pirate Broadcasting System, believes that Ooh La La should stop dancing because it distracts viewers from the integrity of her journalism. Is it canon?
Not canon.
You're right, it's not canon.
Oh, wow.
I know. Jaguar himself likes to dance, so, you know, who's he to talk? Yeah. Right, okay. Ooh La La, the leading lady of Space Channel 5, is based on Lady Miss Keir from D-Light. Is it canon? You know, groove is in the heart.
Oh, because I know I'm sure she...
Groove is in the heart.
Did she not sue? I'm going to go with canon, but I'm not... I'm going to go with canon, because I know there's some relation, because I remember reading something about it. But.
It's not canon.
Oh.
A court of law proved
Oh, yeah, well,
that there was no connection between the two.
She sued them,
and
Sega
Sega were proved right, and she had to pay Sega $600,000.
That's more than the Dreamcast made.
Yeah. Now, the traditional last question is always a multiple choice.
Okay.
Or odd one out. So, I'm going to read you a list of boss names.
Right, okay.
There are many creative bosses in Space Channel 5 series.
Okay.
All giant aliens or robots. And some of them are sort of weird puns. So, you're going to have to tell me which one of these is not canon. Coco Tapioca, Marolian Monroe, Martian Gay, Pon PDD, or King Con Can. Which one of those
They're all real bad.
is not canon?
So,
Do you want to read them again?
yeah, okay.
Right, Coco Tapioca, Marolian Monroe, Martian Gay, Pon PDD, or King Con Can.
The first one.
Coco Tapioca.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Oh, who was it?
Martian Gay.
So you came up with
I
that
came up
one?
with Martian Gay.
Are you proud of yourself?
Oh, I thought Marvin Gaye, Martian Gay.
Oh, right, that's...
Like Marolian Monroe, Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, shit, I was totally just not getting those at all. Right, explain them all.
Well, some of them are just like Japanese things.
Oh, right.
Like King Con Can is just like Japanese vowel sounds and
Right.
consonant sounds.
Yeah,
But,
no, I was totally...
but Marolian Monroe is Marilyn Monroe, so I thought,
so
Martian Gay.
Martian Gate from Marvin Gaye.
What do you think?
I just thought
I
you were
was just
like,
being really offensively.
a wee bit. It's like, alright, Joe.
Fuck. Marvin Gaye.
What did those
Let's get it on.
What did those aliens do to you? Let's do this.
Right, you got
3 out of 5.
yeah, you
I think
got
the last two
3 out
wrong.
of 5. Your last two wrong. Well done, 3 out of 5.
No, that's not too
respectable
bad.
score.
Above average, or average.
Yep. So that's that for Is It Canon? Space Channel 5. That's it from the game. We've got a new friend at BitSocket. He's a bit too shy to appear in the podcast in vocal form right now, but maybe at our next live show he'll appear.
Okay.
But his name's Harry Hot Take.
Alright.
Harry Hot Take. Harry Hot Take is he's a friend of ours. He's a very good friend of ours, but he's known for his controversial opinions.
Okay.
You know, if you like a game, he'll say he doesn't like it. If you don't like a game, he'll say it's the best thing ever. You know, you'll always have some sort of hot take
Yeah.
for anything. To the point where sometimes it's hard to tell whether it's a Harry hot take or if it's a real hot take from online. So I'm going to read you
Alright.
some hot take headlines,
Oh.
and you're going to have to tell me whether it's a Harry hot take or a real hot take, right?
Right, okay. Okay.
What's funny is, if I hadn't written down the answers in front of me, I would not be able to tell. Right?
sounds good.
Okay, so here we go. Okay. Did too many Half-Life 3s kill Half-Life 3? Is it a Harry hot take or a real hot
It's the
take?
famous saying.
Yeah.
Too many half-threes.
Too many Half-Life 3s.
Half-Life 3s spoil the world. I'd say that's a real hot take.
You're right.
That's a real
It's
hot
a real
take.
hot take from the home of hot takes. Probably shouldn't be naming.
Joe, name it and shame.
I know. Okay. Santa is just as real as Superman, and that's the best thing about them.
Wait, what?
No, Santa is just as real as Superman, and that's the best thing about them. Is it a Harry hot take?
No, that must be a real hot take.
That's a real hot take. Yeah.
Santa
Okay.
is as real as Superman.
Santa is just as real as Superman, and that's the best thing about them.
It's an interesting way to put that.
Games journalism. Okay. Crash Bandicoot was the Mario 64 we deserved, but not the one we needed in 1997.
Right, that's Harry hot take.
That is a Harry hot take.
I wonder how I knew that.
Okay.
Does Harry hot take, does he also think the camera in Mario 64 has never been better?
No, he thinks Crash Bandicoot's better.
Oh, does he?
Well, he thinks Crash Bandicoot's the Mario 64 we deserved, but not the one we needed.
Good point.
Okay, Mario, you crossed into our world at the wrong time. It's no game here. Is that a Harry hot take or a real hot take?
That might be one of the hardest questions you've ever asked me. I'm going to go with it's a real hot take.
That's a real hot take. Okay, last one.
Okay.
Stop moaning and get over it. Dynasty Warriors shows us that Brexit will work.
I was actually like, where's this one going? That is a Harry hot take.
That's a Harry hot take.
I thought it was going to be like, genuinely. It was going to be like, how did that one start again?
Stop moaning and get over it. The Dynasty Warriors shows us
that we'll never catch Lubu.
Never escape Lubu.
We'll never escape Lubu. Is Lubu sovereignty? Oh shit! Have I just done one?
yeah. There's so many ways you can go with that. So,
should we never have chased Lubu in brackets sovereignty? Jesus, that was good.
Yeah, Harry hot take will make an appearance at some point.
Really?
But he just couldn't be asked this time.
Say your bit is what we call the questions bit of our podcast. Imagine this was actually like your first time listening to our podcast. Oh, you'd be like,
Is this it?
is this it? Is this it? What happened? So say your bit this week. Or this week, very good. This show was, what video game are you most, I can't even read it. What video game are you looking forward to the most this year? I'm pretty sure we've asked this question 3 times.
But it's the start of a new year, so...
Well,
and 2016 was pretty fucking good, so 2017
a very
is
good year.
shaping up to be hopefully just as good.
It's already started well.
Yeah,
We've got
Yakuza 0.
Yakuza 0, which might end up just being the best game of the year anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Dragon Quest 8,
Yep.
it's really good. That Fire Emblem game for the iPhone.
Yeah, that was...
Fucking bullshit, man. Loads of games. So we're going to start on Twitter this time, because I've already loaded it up.
Yeah, go on.
So let's have a look. Jim the School Girl says Zelda, obviously.
Obviously. There's a lot of Zeldas.
There's a lot of Zeldas. But I reckon Splatoon 2 is going to take over my life for a while.
Yes. I see, out of all the games for the Switch that have been revealed so far, the big two for me are Zelda and Splatoon 2. I really can't wait to get my hands on Splatoon 2.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
I think I'm not too fussed about buying Mario Kart 8 again, which is, I know it's sacrilege saying that, just because it's full price. I can't justify it.
I think, I've got a feeling it will come out and will be like 30 quid.
Yeah, I hopefully will. But Splatoon 2, I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Cammy Tobin, he says Madden. But then he follows up with an actual answer. He says he says Horizon Zero Dawn is absolutely the one. They might totally fuck it, but it's an interesting setting for that kind of game. So Horizon Zero Dawn, is that the
one with the robot dinosaurs? Me and you've talked about this
outside
of the podcast.
Didn't I get previewed quite recently and folk were saying it was alright?
Nah, well,
as in it was alright but nothing special.
We've talked about it outside of the podcast, and I'm not looking for. I don't think it's going to be that good. But
I'm not that bothered about it.
No, I'm not. Which is a shame, because I mean, we like to be.
It looks like a nice idea. But
it's coming out the same week as a new Zelda game.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you do that?
I think I look at it and I think it's just not quite for me.
No.
But that's each to their own.
Yeah.
Andrew Cuthbertson, the host of the brilliant Yas Queen podcast, which he has a second episode coming up soon. Highly recommend downloading that. He says a toss up between.
Wait, is that an envelope full of money that you've just?
What envelope? He says a toss up between Mass Effect, Breath of the Wild, and the new South Park game.
Oh, South Park! I have to forget about that, because it's the new
South
South Park game
last year as well.
I mean, the last one was great, dead funny. It was like playing an episode of South Park.
Yeah, I'm quite excited about picking up eventually, because I'll be able to play
the first
both
one as
things.
well.
I didn't really play the first one, so that'd be good. And new Mass Effect as well, which I'm totally split about, because I want to play it. Oh, but you don't like Western games, let's be honest.
Shut up, I do.
You don't like the games made by Gaijin.
Dirty Gaijin.
While I think it looks great, I'm buying a Switch.
Yeah.
Can I justifiably buy the Switch and then be like, oh, I'm also then going to buy Mass Effect on the PS4? So, I need to think about that. Gerard says, does the Final Fantasy 14 expansion count? Because of that. Quite a few people actually mentioned that.
You know what's funny about Final Fantasy 14? It started off as such a joke of a game, and now it's people's favourite online.
Wasn't 14 the one that they brought it out and then they were like, we're really sorry, we're going to have another shot at this?
They literally destroyed the world. Like, they had an event and they destroyed the world.
But I think there's something quite admirable about owning up to your mistake rather than just being like, oh right, we'll just make it free to play. You know what I mean? That's quite admirable.
I'm dangerously close to buying it, but I just know that if I did, then my life would just be over. I wouldn't be doing this podcast anymore.
I don't have time for games. I've not played Overwatch in ages because you can't pause it. DJ Yerdas said, oh, you know what? At
Your dad sells Avon.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You don't get that?
I do now. DJ, your dad sells Avon, says, I honestly don't know. Oh, Persona 5.
Right, yeah.
Do you know, I've kind of forgotten a bit about Persona 5.
That's a shame for it. It's too late for it now.
It feels... It felt like it was, oh shit, Persona 5 looks amazing. And then it got delayed. And then suddenly now it's kind of got itself right in between tons of other big games.
Yeah.
It felt like
lost.
Coming out a bit earlier, I'd have bought it, no doubt. But now it's coming out at that point where I'm like... I'm refusing to buy any games in February because I'm getting a Switch in March.
Yeah.
And I want to try and get through like Yakuza and Dragon Quest and a couple other games before I get Zelda.
Yeah.
So it means the same for Nier as well.
I know it's a shame because I really want to play Nier, but
like,
there's
Nier looks
no way I can
absolutely
just like
amazing,
buying it right
but
now. Which is
just a busy boy.
there's too many games coming out. The Switch is, that's where my money's going to, because I don't have money to buy that many games. So I didn't even buy Gravity Rush 2 because I just didn't have the money for it. So.
Apparently that really hasn't sold that well.
It's a shame because it looks great and I love Gravity Rush 1.
Everything I see about it looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
but
the demo is amazing.
I read something that didn't even chart in the top 40 in the UK.
Shame.
Or
it's a real shame.
I hope it did well elsewhere because it's a real shame for it not to do well.
Yeah.
But what can you do? Fuck it.
Yeah.
But Yakuza 0 made the top 10.
Damn right.
It's quite impressive.
Finally, a Yakuza game gets there.
Ben Syme says, so tough with the Switch coming. Most potential for me, Super Mario Odyssey.
Yep.
Because Galaxy was his game of all time. His GOAT.
Well, yeah, that's understandable.
Super Mario Odyssey looks fantastic.
Well, yeah, it does look fantastic. I was worried though when I saw him running about a real life sort of looking New York kind of cityscape, because it's like,
I think it'd be
it's the
funny.
Sonic Adventure thing, but Nintendo have a very good track record of doing what Sega does but much better. So,
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Can I tell you one of my worries for
Of
Mario?
course you can, darling.
Right. The hat thing, right? I like the fact that there's a move you can jump on his hat, but have you seen in the back? I've not read anything about Mario, right? But just watching the trailer, there's like a hat shop or something.
Yeah.
It makes me think there's going to be like upgradable moves, a bit like, or unlockable moves, a bit like Banjo-Kazooie / Donkey Kong 64.
But didn't Sunshine have kind of upgrades? that you
It
could
had
do
two upgrades, that was it.
Well, so
But that's the weakest of the 3D Marios. So it's worrying. It's worrying.
Okay.
It's just because it's not a Nintendo thing, It's like a Rare thing. But I know it looks great. It looks great. That's just my one little hang up about it. It's like, I hope they do that well. I hope they don't do
I'm
it
sure they will.
in a boring sort of, was it?
Arbitrary
way.
Yeah. Mick Doherty says it's between Tekken 7 and Sea of Thieves.
I can't. I can't believe Tekken 7 is not out yet. Like,
I know.
it's
It feels like
for years.
I know.
And it's been in arcades in Japan for like 2.5 years now. So
It also says Detroit Become Human is up there if it gets released this year.
I forgot about that. That's another
Again, that game,
David Cage special.
I know. I feel like what this year's going to be for me mostly is a bunch of games coming up being like, oh, that looks great. I will have to wait because there's no way I can balance both a baby and games.
Just remember to get the David Cage checklist out for that one.
Emotion.
Has it got a sex scene? Has it got a SWAT team? Has it got cutscenes?
Is everyone white? Yes.
Yeah.
Right, let's go through a few more. Shenmue 3.
Oh.
That's Andrew D coming up with Shenmue 3.
Finally.
It's not coming, let's be honest, guys. You've all pished that money down the well.
My £100 investment will come back.
Jeez, oh, aye, it will. With a vengeance. It'll come back to you when, like, suddenly you have no money and you're like, God, I wish I hadn't spent £100 on Shenmue 3.
Hey, I'm getting a couple of Capsule toys with that, so don't you judge.
You can put them on your non-existent fireplace. Paul Cliff says Red Dead Redemption 2 and A Night in the Woods, cowboys and anime-style talking cats, everything you could ever need. I've got no idea what A Night in the Woods is.
But the whole talking cats thing's got me very much interested.
I'm mad into that.
I'm going to look that up right now.
Red Dead Redemption 2, I forgot that was coming this year. Jeez, I think this is going to shape up to be a big year for games.
Yep.
Martin says Zelda.
Of course.
As a lot of people has. Also, Ni no Kuni 2.
Oh, fuck.
I know.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, Ni no Kuni 2. It'd be really cool if they brought out Ni no Kuni, a version for the PS4. I'm not going to buy it again because I'm not going to have time for it. But it'd be good if more people played it.
Yeah.
Because I love Ni no Kuni 1 is amazing. In fact, quite a lot of the time, you'll see it's one of those games that appears in the sale on PS3 for like £2.
Yeah, it's definitely worth buying.
Worth buying. The new one looks really good though. Yeah. Really excited about that. Let's go through. Stuart Neal says Tokyo 42.
Oh, fuck, that's one of those. There's like last year there were like 3 sort of experimental JRPGs that were showing off, the little ones.
Yeah,
and that was one of the 3.
Oh, right.
I think. I need to look it up because there may be another one that's called Tokyo or something I'm getting mixed up with, but that's what I think it might be.
Yeah,
so
that'll be quite interesting. Matthew Arnott says Persona 5 and Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh, of course, there's
another Shin Megami Tensei 5.
They've not said whether it's going to come out here or not.
Right, let's have a wee look. We'll just try and pick up another couple. Let's have a look. Bickering says a mix of Yakuzas and Persona 5.
I can't believe we're getting 3 Yakuzas within a year and a half.
It's nuts. And honourable mention, that's Celtic game. I nearly said Celtic. The Celtic game from the Devil May Cry folk.
What one? Oh,
no idea.
The Hellblade or something. That one.
Oh, yeah, the one that looks like the Heavenly Sword.
Yeah.
Right. Just funny, recently Rich Stanton's been going on about
DMC.
And I just want to play it again. Do you know, I genuinely really enjoyed that.
I should give it another shot. Like,
I'd say
the
boss battles were very good.
I think it was probably a good. I think it was a good game. Just, I don't agree with the idea that every Devil May Cry fan who didn't like the look of it is an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, I find that very.
I think if you're
it's the same with the
only
Ghostbusters thing.
Yeah.
Like when the makers of the new Ghostbusters film, like, were like talking about how Ghostbusters fans are all dicks and all that. It's like, no, that's not true. Yeah, don't do that. Don't create this weird.
Joe, are you wearing a fedora?
Oh, fuck, where'd that come from?
And I would say, like, I think if the only reason you didn't like the look of it was purely aesthetic, it's a bit of a shame considering the gameplay for it was so good.
Yeah.
Like, if you wrote the game off purely based on, well, it's not the same Dante I like, then I think that's a shame. But I think if you did play the game and didn't enjoy it for other reasons, then that's fair. If you played it and thought, oh, it's maybe not got the same depth as other... Because Devil May Cry games have a surprising amount of depth in combat, like real depth.
It's a complicated one. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I feel like Devil May Cry... I can't believe this is like a 5-year-old topic, and we're still talking about it again, but... I suppose I feel like Devil May Cry, that new one anyway, you can't separate it from the reaction to it, and you can't separate it from the weird attitude that Capcom and Ninja Theory had at the time towards people. It was like, fuck you, put up with this kind of shit. You know, it's like, I didn't like it, and I can't separate the game from that, and because of that, even if it's a good game, it still leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I can't deny it's a good game. Of course it's a good game, but I feel like, why is that Devil May Cry game? Anyway.
Yeah.
We'll move on because that's like an old topic. Okay, so now we move to Facebook, and here are some of the games that you're looking forward to the most. Of course, there are quite a lot of crossovers. So there's a lot of Mass Effect Andromedas, there's a lot of Persona 5s, there's a lot of Zeldas. Gary Hawkins says, by the grace of fucking Joe, Shenmue 3. There's just no way it's going to come out this year though, isn't there? So next year. So Red Dead Redemption 2 gets
the year after that.
Nah, come on, it'll come out, surely. Richard Wilkie says, I was looking forward to Final Fantasy 1-9 being released on the PlayStation 4, but apparently the rumours were false. I mean, when I read about that, I thought, oh, that's quite cool. Remember we were talking about this?
Yeah.
But
I think it'd be interesting to do it. I wonder why they've not done it, because there's a part of me that always thinks things like that must be kind of reasonably easy money, comparatively speaking.
I think you've got to do it at the right time though, because if they do it now, if they don't do it now, then the PlayStation 5 will come out like not long afterwards. Like, all right, well, why don't we just bring it in that instead? So then it's like, what's the definitive collection then?
Yeah.
James Stewart says Scalebound. I was really looking forward to Scalebound. It's a shame. Well, that was like the only Xbox One game I was looking forward to. I was going to say, I was looking forward to seeing what it was and how it played, but as a non-Xbox stroke PC owner, I was probably never going to get to play it. I do wonder if it will reappear in... Like, the thing is, the cancellation of Scalebound opens up so many questions in terms of, like, so Microsoft must have been funding the game. So in theory, they would, you imagine, then own the assets to the game. But who owns, like, say, the combat systems? Like, could essentially plan and say, well, you know what, we're going to take everything, redo how it looks, but essentially it's the same core game. There are a lot of questions. I don't know how it all works.
Or in terms of Microsoft's ownership, can they say you're not allowed to release another game with like this style of thing?
We're getting dangerously close to being armchair games industry speculation. Speculators now. Ashley Day says Thimbleweed Park. It's a new point-and-click adventure game in the style of Maniac Mansion and made by the same Lucasfilm crowd. That has me... What's the word? Salivating.
What's that word again? Kingdom Come.
Probing. That's me. I've never heard of that, so...
Oh, lovely.
I love those old... lovely. Lee Sparks, there's a few here. He says, I'm all aboard the hype train for Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Yooka-Laylee, and of course, Yakuza Kiwami. But he also says Sonic Mania. I forgot about that. Sonic Mania's coming out this year, and that looks like...
How could you have forgotten?
I don't know. Well, the thing is... That looks like a Sonic game for me. Somebody who's really loves the 2D Sonic games and it's made to look like the old ones and maybe soul and the heart of it. But it's coming out in the Switch, which is perfect. It means that I can play it at home and I can play it out and about.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's what I want in a Sonic game.
What's that guy playing? What's that fucking guy playing? Sonic? Let's fucking do him. Oh, wait a minute. Is that the hard guy that got probed?
There's an air of confidence about that guy. Luke Summerhaze. I wish I could say something surprising and interesting, but it is, of course, Zelda. Skyward Sword was a while ago now, and to me, the lack of Switch launch games almost feels like a good thing. I can spend every waking hour exploring that gorgeous Hyrule. That's a good way to look at it. Like, you know, it's like the Mario 64 thing. When N64 first came out, Mario 64 was pretty much the only big launch game. I mean, there was a few other good launch games as well, but that was the big one. And so you had time to play that.
Do you know what I was thinking the other day? It was like, when you look at Zelda games and when they come out, it's like, so the SNES got one Zelda game, am I right in saying?
What?
So the SNES got one. So Link to the Past.
Yep.
N64 got two.
Two, yeah.
The GameCube got two. The Wii got two.
One and a half. Yeah,
so that's kind of how I was counting it. It's kind of, well, it got, say, two.
Yeah.
The Wii U, this is the first, so we've had Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, but in terms of like the Wii U Zelda, is literally the last game Nintendo releasing for the Wii U.
Yeah.
It's such an odd, like, there's something very weird about that release, like waiting pretty much to the end of your console's life and saying, here we go, we're going to release it, but almost in the knowledge that there's a solid chance that it will do better. Like Twilight Princess did. Twilight Princess did better on the Wii in terms of sales than it did on the GameCube. There's a chance that'll probably be reflected again.
A chance. That's a very big chance.
But it's such an odd thing to think that apart from until literally the last game Nintendo releasing, that was it for Zelda on the Wii U. Like, essentially it almost skipped a whole console.
No, it's a shame. The Wii U
it's done well on the 3DS. There's been 3DS games. But
I could talk endlessly about the Wii U and just how much it was like it flew too close to the sun,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But what's interesting
is
a
tragedy.
It almost feels like the Switch. Right, I know we're talking about the Switch here. It feels like that core idea behind the Wii U is continuing. So that idea that it's the console you can play without your telly. The problem is though the Wii U was released at a time when it wasn't independent. Yeah. So for example, I can barely play mine in the bedroom, which is the room next door.
I know, your walls are like made of lead or something.
It's the same in my old flat as well. But the idea, not even every game worked on the pad. Whereas at least this is it's kind of like, right, if you think of the Wii U as the prototype, the Switch is the version of the console it should have been.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting.
You know what the Wii U is good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Playing in the bath. I play in the bath sometimes. The Wii U.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
What do you play?
Like Star Fox and stuff. What?
In the bath?
What?
In the bath?
Yeah.
Does Kim know about this?
Yeah. Bring the gamepad in the bath. I'll play a wee bit of games and then, I just fancy relaxing now, I'll put the iPlayer on, but I can't anymore because iPlayer's been taken off it. So
has it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, iPlayer's been taken off the Wii U now. Nintendo haven't paid the license for it or something.
Well, I remember reading a thing, because it took a while for the iPlayer to appear on it.
Yeah.
And it's because I think you've got to have a minimum install base before they're like, right, we're happy for it to appear on your device. That's sad.
What?
Just that the Wii U just doesn't even have the iPlayer anymore.
I know.
Can you still get Netflix on the Wii U?
Yeah. Netflix is still in it. Yeah. I was watching the Grandmaster.
Can you still not turn the pad off though?
Huh?
Like, if you're watching through the TV, you can't actually make the pad turn off.
What do you mean?
Like the Wii U pad, it's always got the information for the film you're watching.
I just watch it on the gamepad.
Oh, right.
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Isn't that one of the most inferior ways to watch a film? Is on the kind of
in the bath.
But you've got like laptops and iPads.
I'm not bringing a laptop into the bath with me. That's like £1,000.
You just put it on the toilet.
On the toilet?
Yeah, you put the toilet seat down.
On a thing that I'm going to use. For,
right, do you shit with the toilet seat down?
No, but germs get everywhere. What?
Right.
The toilet is covered in germs. Why would you put your laptop, your £1,000 laptop?
You put your laptop on the closed toilet seat and you just tilt it so you can watch when you're
No!
That is your bathroom.
Oh, it's not. It's
just clean the toilet seat.
What, every time?
I'd have a bath maybe like twice a month and maybe once a month.
But I'm not going to clean the bathroom every time I'm going to have a bath. I bring the gamepad in because it's cheap. I don't mind it falling in the water. So you just have to sit in the bath. You don't mind it falling in the water? Because you can place it for a couple £100, whereas a laptop is like a couple of thousand.
I like how you drop that. I can place it for a couple £100. Right, wait, so do you just sit in the bath and hold the pad with your arms?
Hold it up like that? What? You know.
Do you not get sore arms?
No. What? How weak are your arms? What?
No, but you're sitting, like, holding it. Like, I mean, like, I read books occasionally in the bath, right? Yeah. But that's mad. Like,
how's that mad?
Just sitting playing your...
Right, write in. Let us know. Do you play games in the bath?
No,
I mean video games. I don't mean what?
Wii U games. Do you take your Wii U tablet into the bath?
Doesn't matter if it's a Wii U or not. If you're playing a 3DS, it's the same concept. You're holding something in your hand.
Have you played the 3DS in the bath?
Yes. Before.
What did you play?
Like Zelda and stuff. What do you mean? I don't know what's so odd about this. What? What?
It's funny.
Why is it funny? That's weird. Tell us, do you play games in the bath?
It's just like an Alan Partridge phone in.
I know. Oh, okay. Right, where are we?
I don't know.
Fucking right, say your bit. Gordon Bain says Witcher 3. Brian Maffeo, it says it was Resident Evil 7 and he was not disappointed. And he said he's hoping to get some cheap Wii U games when the Switch comes out.
This will be the year to get cheap Wii U games.
Yeah.
Because they'll probably go back up in price after this year.
Jack Geary says Red Dead 2 and the surely inevitable at this point Switch version of Skyward Sword. I think you're better to look forward to Breath of the Wild than Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
You know, Breath of the Wild is an actual new Zelda game's coming out, but okay.
But I've told you before my theory that there will be a version of Skyward Sword that will come out that won't need
Yeah. But the thing is, it's just, well,
the controls. Although, well,
it wouldn't play as well. It wouldn't be right.
The controls for the Switch are also motion controls as well,
Yeah.
so it wouldn't be unreasonable. It was just like, how could you play it on the go?
You'd have to sit it down, wouldn't you?
I imagine doing that in the bus.
In the bath.
Oh, fucking. What would you do in that case?
I wouldn't play that in the bath. I choose my game based on my situation. Right, last one. What?
Right?
Right, two last ones.
Okay.
Gustav Renstrom says Ace Combat 7, and I cannot wait for that game, especially because it's like back to the mental sci-fi shit of the old ones where you're flying down the barrel of a giant super weapon and stuff like that, so I'm very much looking forward to that. Last one, Abe Foster says Yooka-Laylee, closely followed by South Park. Yooka-Laylee in particular looks like, because I've been playing a lot of Donkey Kong 64 over Christmas, it looks like a sort of return to that style of game, which obviously that's what it's going for. You know, it kind of fell out of popularity because of the collectathon aspect, but they're still good fun, and it looks like a nice fun game.
What's coming out on the Switch?
That's
so
it.
you play in the bath.
I could play in the bath, yeah. So I'm looking forward to that a lot. There's another game that I saw a trailer for the other day. In fact, it was Sumo Digital's new game. It was like Snake something. Did you see it?
No.
It was like a trailer. Basically, Sumo Digital's first sort of their own IP, their own game series, and it's just a sort of thing that one of their coders knocked out in a wee bit, and then they went, "Oh, that looks good. We'll make it look nice and all that."
Yeah.
You play as a snake, and you sort of wrap around things and slither up poles and collect items. It looks like a platform game without any jumping in it. It's like a slithering platform game. Looks really
cool.
interesting. It looks like just up my street, so I'm looking forward to that.
Nice.
Yeah, and of course Zelda,
And of course
Yakuza
Zelda.
and all that.
I'm
So.
trying to think what left field game, because there's by default there's a bunch of games everyone want. I mean, I'm looking forward to the new Mass Effect quite a lot, but again, when we're going to get time, probably there's a big part of it is Ni no Kuni 2, to be honest. I love the first one. The second one looks like it addresses a few of the issues maybe from the first one as well, but it's such a good game, like, you know what I mean, it's such a good, like, the first one was brilliant. Also, if Shin Megami Tensei comes out over here as well,
it won't come out here for another couple of years, I think.
No, but I mean, for me, what I'm looking forward to a lot is the kind of wee curiosities are already coming out for the Switch.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, even though
Snipper clips,
ARMS, which looks like a lot of fun.
ARMS looks good, but I'm worried about it. I just don't know.
I don't know what the longevity of that would be in terms of, like, is that a game that I could keep playing over and over again, or after an hour am I going to be like, well, that was fun. Yeah,
it's like when I saw Splatoon, I was like, right, I get that concept and I can see how that can last through like a million different levels and a million different games. Whereas ARMS is like, alright, okay, I've played it once. Is it like the Wii boxing thing where you play it once and they're like, oh, okay, that's it.
Yeah,
I need to play it though. I've not played it.
That's true.
You know,
I'm hoping they get lots of demos for. I hope Nintendo do the demo thing quite a lot.
Yeah,
because that'll be handy. But I know I'm looking forward to things like that. Like I'm going to buy Shovel Knight again because I've bought it.
And there's lots of new stuff coming out for it as well. So.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm Setsuna. I'll be coming for it as well. So I think probably the Switch is my big thing. Let's be honest, it's the Switch.
I can't wait for it. I really can't wait for it.
Yeah, that's going to be great. Anyway, Joe, we've come to the end.
We have come to the end.
Episode 59 of the BitSocket podcast. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling all right.
So say I'm a curious boy.
Here we go.
Right. And I want to know more about what BitSocket is. How could I find out more?
See if you just go to Google. No, if you go to youtube.com/BitSocket, you can find all our lovely videos, including our latest ones on Yakuza and Kingdom Hearts. If you go to bit-socket.com, you can find our videos and our podcast, and occasionally some writing that we do as well.
Very infrequently.
Yeah, but there's a link there to all our Final Fantasy month goodness that we just did before Christmas, which is like, we did a whole month of Final Fantasy stuff.
There's a review of Final Fantasy.
If you go on iTunes, you could be running out of time. If you go on iTunes and leave us a wee review or a wee rating, that would work out well for us. And if you want to hear our day-to-day, what's the word? Day-to-day...
No, I'm going to leave you. Leave you hanging. Come on, day-to-day.
Day-to-day banter.
Banter.
No, if you want to catch up with day-to-day, just go on to twitter.com/bitsocket or facebook.com/bitsocket and you'll find us there. Although I'm not on Twitter as much nowadays because I've taken it off my phone. But when I'm sitting at my computer, I'll go on for a wee bit.
Is this when you're in the bath?
When I'm in the bath. No, because I don't bring my laptop into the bath. I think I've went through it all there, so there's nothing left for you to say.
No, it's just left for me to say, keep it socking. In fact, I'm going to go quickly blow my nose.
Alright, okay.
I feel like ages since I've recorded something.
Bloody hell, your brain's still intact. 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 Your